It's the Steelers and the Seahawks, and it's all up.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt, now in year number 6.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception, didn't have a touchdown to offset it, but the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Let's go now. Reload.
They'll start the drive with Harris, and he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Pickett back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
You talk about this Seahawk defense.
They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton.
And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Fields on first down.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Seahawks take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Aubrey good with the PAT.
And it's now a 7-0 game. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it.
And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now we're going to get a timeout here, as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
And that is incomplete here.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Here's Pickett.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. So now it's 2 straight drives that end with an interception.
And the first time, the first interception, they ended up getting 6 points out of it and taking the lead. Now they have an opportunity to increase that lead after their second pick on 2 drives.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
You look at this Steeler defense.
Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
a gain of 32 that time.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another.
Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. He's piloted 2 drives so far, and unfortunately not very well piloted. Both led to interceptions. Now they're facing the deficit. Another touchdown after that previous pick. Starting over here, 1st and 10. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. The hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him and feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 40 yards.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline. But here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
False start, offense.
No, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And here's Freiermuth again. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29.
A 5-yard pickup. It's now 4th down.
Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now here's another carry for Harris. Tough running, but not a lot to show for it. They stop him shy of the 25. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. He gets it left side to Johnson. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. After 1, a 14-3 ball game. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but
throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And he's going to be brought down right there, so nothing after the catches. He's dropped at the 42. 23 yards on the play.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those, like, mats or pits like you have for high jumpers? And, you know, you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
you just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your toughness. That explains your toughness right there. Because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Don't jump, ready?
The Seahawks, first down.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 15.
Well, Brand, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Pickett looking to throw on second down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Third and long for Pickett. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. 65 yards. And the Steelers have got it back to within a score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went, but I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it because
there he goes right side. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's got to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. 3rd and 20. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks are able to widen their advantage. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
To the air on first down with Pickett. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it the running game, and it can be. Completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Johnson, the man in motion right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. From the 46, here's the 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, Pickett. Pass complete, George Pickens with it. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Pickett's throw complete to Freiermuth. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Now Pickett. That's going to be caught by Pickens. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Pickett sets up play action. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense, because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Dialing up another pass here. Pickett. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Steelers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-17. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. DK Metcalf of the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him?
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred it.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. DK Metcalf, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh Steelers and running back Najee Harris. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in week.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And he returns this to the 22. Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now, they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. I don't know when that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
That's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Fields throwing again. Buying time to his left. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. Rolling to his right. He finds Smith-Njigba in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here we go, sack!
Pickett to throw on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here.
Here we go.
Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Fields now to throw. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And they open the lead up now to 25. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, This one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. 14 yards that time for number 14. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
Pickett. That's caught downfield by Pickens. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Gets past one man. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
Dancing to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
2nd down, here's Pickett. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Pickett now on 1st down. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Pickett. Nowhere to go here. He lost it. Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about Because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual
pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He gets this one to Johnson, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
32-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Pickett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Here we go, son.
Here's Fields. Able to shake him up, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Fields. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown! DK Metcalf with career touchdown number 174, just one shy of Emmitt Smith in 2nd place. And the Seahawks are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. Aubrey now for the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to the... The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Pickett leads his Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their own 19-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
22 yards there, a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Shoves him aside.
He's got this to Pickens. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now we'll pause for an injury here. That's George Pickens, the receiver who's in some discomfort.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Pickett, he's going to throw it again.
Complete. It's Johnson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Complete to Deontay Johnson. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 28-yard line.
Here we go, shot!
They hand this off to Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 3. Off play action, Fields.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to.
There he goes, left side.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, obviously, Charles, no more points were needed, but some teams just can't resist the urge to keep adding on, and they did just that here in the 4th quarter.
And we've certainly been on the call to see many teams do exactly that over the years, Brandon. Some to even more impressive degrees. In the end, it always goes back to there's still a defense out there, and it's still a game of NFL football. So if you don't like what's happening, it's up to you to get them stopped.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. On the right side, this is Miller. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Pickett. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. Look at the big man rumble. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
They'll throw again with Pickett. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Extra point attempt here still to come. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was concluded on the touchdown pass to Scotty Miller. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. DK Metcalf of the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. And he is just 1 reception away from 10 in this game. I don't know what they need to do defensively, but something Is it not?
I know that whenever we tried to cover a person who's having a game like this, you're trying to vary what you're doing, trying to change things up, hoping to fool him occasionally. If not fool him, fool the quarterback so maybe he doesn't read the coverage correctly. Right now, though, they're in pretty good sync.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Pickett to throw on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Pickett back to the air on second down. Oh, that'll be incomplete. They took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
On third down, here's Walker.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
They'll run for it. It's Walker.
And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
First and 10, here's Pickett.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
So the victory here for Seattle. And this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours, right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at Tennessee, when we had to go from east to west, our trainer, Tim Karen, said, leave your watches on East Coast time. Every piece of information we got was East Coast Standard Time. Try to psychologically tell us what to do, as well as prepare our bodies the same way.
Run it back. Yeah. Run it back. 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 Run it run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Lost everything I ever wanted. Want it back. Got a problem, never run from that. Have fun with that. Get the W, then double back. That. Shit. Watch how I react. Fight back, stay down. Now we taking off. Got the flight. Promise you if anybody can